what's destined for you to happen is gonna happen. I feel like everything is already like written down or some shit in some way. But I just like I try my best to move as much as I can.
Aye. So what in life can I control? What do I allow to take a toll? At the end of the day, will I sit right with my soul or end up in a ditch in a hole like a mole? In a world so cold, all I can do is roll, clutch up and never fold. Inside free will, you find your role. In a tug of war, you gotta pull. So what is it I can control? I gotta hold over myself, my mind, how I step in time, and refine the ways that I get mine. Who I choose to let inside, what I decide will be my drive. One foot of the other as I climb. I got control over who's along for the ride.
Good day, collective. Welcome to the Celestial Kingdom frequency, where we come to uplift our frequency, to reflect, to question, to be like other people who are on a spirituality journey, to learn from, to talk to cry with sometimes, and to laugh at ourselves. All praise to the Most High God. Love to the Mother. Today's word is, I command my reality. It's interesting that that's the word today because, you know, if I didn't have the right mindset, I very much would be saying my body is commanding my reality right now. If that was my mindset. Because you see, my body has turned against myself. And it's interesting how that happened because most likely, according to doctors, it's because I've had so many poisonous toxins in my body, like the majority of people, especially people of color, from the food that I've ate, the water that I've drank, the air that I've inhaled, and a lack of nutrients, critical nutrients that fuel the mitochondria in our cells and help our bodies function. Probably because I was like a Taco Bell fanatic for most of my life growing up in Muncie, Indiana. Didn't stop when I went to Princeton. And even after I, pizza puffed it out, Italian beefed it out, all the fried chicken, fried food, processed sugar, processed meat, lack of vegetables, lack of water, lots of Pepsi. I didn't know, y'all. I was just eating what everybody else was doing, the candy, the hot chips, I didn't know that I needed to be eating healthier. And eating healthier is more expensive, y'all. And then the lack of movement when I was younger, I moved a lot. I rode in college and I played volleyball. I had kids. I was working out for a while and then, stuff happened and it fell off and I haven't been moving like I need to. And because of that, my body has turned on me. But I still am appreciative of my temple and my avatar for holding it down, for all the stress that I've went through and all the trauma that I've went through. It's honestly, I am so grateful to my body for holding me together. Seriously, because I am doing fantastic given the level of damage that's been happening as I've been getting poisoned and my nutrients have been depleted and as I have been just stagnant and just been getting hit with all this negative energy. My body is the GOAT, like seriously. And now I have a responsibility to take care of my body, to take care of me physically, just like I do on the spiritual side, because the spiritual balance that I do with my chakras and the grounding that I do with my body will also help my body, help me help you. And so it's crazy because I'm reading a book and it's pretty much like the disease, the chronic disease I have, the real medicine, only I can provide it. And it essentially means I have to change my lifestyle and my diet. Everything I've ever known. Y'all, I walk in a gas station now and I look around and it's Takis and hot Fritos and sugar. Ain't nothing that I can eat in there. And like as I'm reading, understanding about like what's in the food, all the processed sugar, all the poison, all the bacteria, I'm like, this isn't just applicable to me, this is applicable to my family. You think I'm gonna be buying Takis, bringing it up in my house and buying all this junk and poisoning my kids to the point where they eating all the time and it's too much insulin in their body, and their body of one day is gonna get so overwhelmed by toxins, so nutrient depleted, so not moving that it just decides a disease to manifest, whether it's cancer or diabetes or autoimmune, like, no, I'm going to choose to live a healthy lifestyle and diet. I'm going to try to positively affect my family and everyone I can spread this news to. And I know it's more expensive, y'all, but someone could have told me that Whole Foods. I've always looked at Whole Foods. Guess what? There's not any Whole Foods near where I live. Luckily, there's other farmers markets and other options. But I wish someone had told me Whole Foods is just real food. And everything else out here that we're paying a lot of money for, ain't it? So I have the power to live. I have the power to continue to walk and see and talk and sing, because I choose to take control, to reduce toxins out of my body, to feed my body the nutrients it needs, to ground myself in mobility and exercise and mindfulness and meditation and spiritual healing practices, including acupuncture and Reiki and sound baths, so that I can be the happiest, most healthiest, most abundant version of myself that can then properly bring in and manifest healthy relationships and healthy options. I can't manifest and create the way that I need to unless I am balanced and healthy. I am a champion of myself, and I listen to myself as the commanding sovereign authority of my innermost being. I used to let people I used to let people be like I was so interested and willing to listen to what people told me I should do, where I should go. I wasn't like this as a young child, y'all. I did whatever. I was a free spirit when I was young. I'm telling y'all. And through college, y'all, like for real, like it started in college where I got caught up into like what society and culture and who I was supposed to be and what I was supposed to stand for. I stopped listening to myself. I stopped listening to God. I forgot. I got off the divine path in that way in terms of my creativity. I stopped daydreaming. I stopped singing. I am calling my power back, where I am the sovereign being. I listen to myself. I don't even when it's like, there's tarot, and I got mad respect for those people too. But if you listen to tarot, then you listen, and if there's anything that resonates, you take it. I always will listen to myself first and foremost, always, before I listen to anybody else. And I mean, that goes for anything else out here. Like I said, that wasn't a slander on tarot. I'm just giving that as an example. There's mass media. There's the music is the worst, y'all. The music is poisoning our kids with all this low frequency vibrations they be putting out. Politicians think I'm going to listen to what they tell me I should do and how I should be, or anybody else for that matter, because they have to take accountability for their world. They're the creators of their universe. This is mine. This is my story. And I get to choose. Thank you, God. I get to choose who I have in my story and how I show up in my story. Am I brave? Am I scared? Am I sad? Am I joyous? Am I loving? Am I cold? Am I deceitful? Am I truthful? Am I peaceful? Or do I cause chaos? Am I reserved? Or do I gossip and tell everybody everything? Who am I? I get to choose how I get to stand up. I get to choose how I build up my family and my community. I get to choose whether or not I'm going to live or pass away by choosing my lifestyle. I get to choose whether or not I want to bring bubbles and puppies in my life. Everything is my decision. And I am so self-empowered. And you should know that you have the same freedom. You just have to choose it.